Welcome to the Ninja X Show. Today's topic: kids are being brainwashed in schools. There are many problems with our school system today. People are not realizing the damage schools are doing to our kids' education. They're not teaching anything valuable. Instead, they are teaching our kids nonsense. Here's what I mean by that. Ever notice how kids these days are dressed? Ever notice how alt-left their political views are? They are brainwashing kids to be wussified pansies. What's a wussified pansy? They are the alt-left. They complain about everything and falsely accuse you of many things. They are the SJWs that speak against straight white males, and they wonder why Trump won in 2016? Attacking, stereotyping, and demonizing straight white males is what led to that happening. Plus, Hillary is awful to begin with. She's corrupt. But the alt-left don't know any better. They have a one-track mind. They fail to see what's wrong with themselves. What I mean is that they don't recognize their own mistakes. They're the type to think they're always right instead of looking at someone else's point of view. I'm Latino, and I recognize the problem with attacking straight white males. Not only are they teaching our kids the wrong stuff, but if you dress the wrong way, they'll assume you're a school shooter. That means you can't dress tough, you can't be goth, or punk, or metalhead. You can't dress in tactical gear either. They're stereotyping certain groups and making them out to be school shooters. They're even portraying goths and metalheads that way in a video game called Hatred. They are teaching this nonsense to children. They don't want your children to grow up tough or badass. They want your children to grow up to be wussified pansies. How are we going to learn to stand up to bullies if we don't intimidate them by dressing tough or badass? They control these kids with strict dress codes, which means you can't even wear heavy metal band t-shirts without getting suspended. This is their way of teaching our kids how to dress. So they dress like wussified pansies with their tight hipster jeans, with either a Skrillex haircut or a Miley Cyrus haircut, or coloring their hair a certain way. If you dress too edgy, they will falsely accuse you of being a school shooter. This is the kind of nonsense they are teaching in our schools, yet they want us to tolerate the nonsense they are teaching with gender identity politics, which is no different from labeling yourself goth or punk. With all these gender identity labels, there isn't 84 billion genders. It's moronic to even think that. As I said in one of my videos, there are only 5 genders, which is male, female, hermaphrodite, trans man, and trans woman. Any other gender label is too confusing because gender is only determined by your genitals. This gender identity crap was spoon-fed to our kids at schools. They will continue to teach this kind of idiocy until someone legally stands up to the school system. There's a reason why I own a website called schooltrashers.com. It's because I stood up against the school's fascist rules and exposed the bad teachers and principals. I did protests, walk out of class, fought bullies, and told my principal and teachers to fuck off. This was all done in 1998. I stood up to the schools the right way. While 2 pieces of shit from Columbine killed innocent lives, they are psychopaths. Kids like them had access to guns. This is why weapons need to be safely locked and stored away from the wrong hands. Yet the alt-right try to blame it on video games and heavy metal music. The alt-right can fuck off. Same goes for the alt-left who demonize and stereotype people who dress a certain way. That's all I have to say. Tune in next time for more truth, logic, and common sense.